has this store been around?
Gryphon started in the fall of 1969. Okay, and basically it was another business Palo Alto business that began in a garage. Actually, it's a garage about 3 blocks from here on Margarita. Guitars, mandolins, banjos, ukuleles.
Show me.
And so this is the mandolin room and ukuleles. So there's a number of mandolins there. These are some instruments that just came in from a man who specializes in finding stuff for us.
What are this? Oh, look at this. Those are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And those are octave mandolins down at the end. So they're guitar shaped, but they're not a guitar. They have 8 strings, and they're tuned an octave below a mandolin. You know, most bluegrass bands have a mandolinist, not all of them, but what would you say, Jack? I mean, an overwhelming majority of bluegrass bands these days have a mandolin.
Almost always.
Almost always, right,
yeah.
I'm going to be showing Jack what used to be the electric guitar room,
Okay.
but which is now the dobro and banjo room.
All right.
And so the thing about the banjo is that it comes in several distinct varieties. And the bluegrass banjo is very different than the banjo that's used for, you know, old-time string band music.
How so?
Well, the
Show
bluegrass banjo has a resonator. It's much heavier. It has a heavy cast bronze tone ring and a resonator that projects the sound forward. So it's much louder. We could have Jack play a few bars if you wanted to.
Okay.
I'll play bare.
And a little bit about that history.
Well,
and how popular that was.
At that point, bluegrass was very popular, and was not only, you know, did he have lots of experience, because even though he was young, he'd been in a family band back in Illinois, and also he played all of the bluegrass instruments. So he was able to teach mandolin and banjo, and for people that wanted to play the guitar, but in the specific bluegrass style, he covered that as well. And so for many years, he taught a bluegrass jam class, which gave people a chance to learn how to, you know, integrate with others in a band setting. And Jack helped them. You know, there's a lot of standard sort of tropes in bluegrass in terms of the way you kick a song off and the way you trade between different members as to who's taking a break. And he was able to teach people how to do that so that they could go to a jam session, say at the Father's Day Festival in Grass Valley, and slip into a jam session and kind of know what to expect and be able to, you know, contribute without stepping on somebody else.
What do you make of the fact that Molly is nominated for its 2 Grammy Awards? Do you know Molly? Has she been?
Well, what I like to say when people ask me about Molly is I remind them that I knew Molly when she was a bump. So we've known Molly basically since she was born, and of course we're, you know, overjoyed at her success.
What does it mean? So overjoyed at her success. You like that? I would imagine you've heard the album. How do you describe Crooked Tree? Because it's gorgeous.
Well, it's different. I mean, my introduction to her music, of course, was when she was doing more traditional bluegrass, and I understand, you know, and I enjoy her songwriting. But of course, I'm always thinking of the, you know, her earlier days when she was, you know, playing the more traditional bluegrass role. But I can understand that you can't do that forever. And so I think, you know, all of the progress and progression she's making is, I think all of us feel that it's, you know, we welcome it.